Robyn, you so worried about Monique knocking on Candiace's head when you need to be worried about the IRS knocking on your door. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. Knocking on the door. Let me tell you something. IRS, taxes, girl, it's a whole situation. I understand it. Let's get into it. Real Housewives of Potomac. We headed down to Surry. We headed down to Surry County. Karen and her shoe carnival parade. Like, she was out here really, like, I really thought it was going to be a parade. Karen, you was being driven around in a damn go-kart. Like, even though it was a Bentley, like, it was not even, like, decorated. You were just sitting on top of a car driving through a broken road. I mean, girl, I screamed when Gizelle was talking about this grand dame facade, because that's all it is. I mean, all of them do it. Gizelle do it too, to some extent. We're trying to be the first lady when she is in fact the last lady. 7 to 6 baby mamas. Ain't that what your dad said? But what's going on? Let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac. Girl, a lot didn't happen this episode. Carrie has invited the girls to go to Surry County to go see her farm that she grew up on. I was impressed with seeing the farm. I thought the farm was beautiful. I love hearing about black folks' history, legacy, and all that other stuff. I love that type of stuff, and knowing like what your great-great-grandfathers and grandmothers and all those folks did. The only thing I was not here for is the black excellence of owning the plantation. Like, I own what the whites used to own. I guess some people look at it as an accomplishment, but to me, it, like, I just don't believe that you owning what, you know, your ancestors were beat on. I don't know if that's an accomplishment. I don't know if I want to own something that was used as used to force my people into slavery. I don't know why folks love stuff like that. I guess that's why I've heard so much conversation between Lovecraft Country and P-Valley. It's an interesting conversation that has been happening about the difference between the two and black excellence and all of that. But girl, I ain't gonna get into it, but I don't know, like, I want to talk about it, but I ain't gonna use Real Housewives of Potomac to talk about it. But I probably will. But yes, like seeing Karen invite the girls are going. Gizelle, of course, got on flats. Ashley is becoming my fave. I love Ashley. Ashley has just transformed into this like beautiful butterfly. I love the baby weight on her. She looks like a grown woman. She's always been a grown woman, but she just looks like she's in a better place. I like Ashley. I'm liking Ashley. She's making the most sense this season, and she's looking stunning. I like when she got up on the thing to get the crop. She had her heels on. I was like, yes, Ashley, I love her. So before they even head out, Ray didn't even give Karen a kiss before she left. Like, Karen was out there looking like a character off of what's the name of that cartoon movie where the little rabbit or something, I don't know, was trying to kiss folks and stuff and was about to be melted with some butter. I don't remember what it was. Y'all know. Jack Rabbit something. No, that's a little dildo thing. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Like the kiss that Karen was trying to give Ray. She slammed that door and I screamed. That's who Karen remind me of. Karen remind me of that, oh my God, that rabbit movie cartoon. I cannot think of it and I'm not gonna look it up. But that's who Karen looked like. With the red dress on. Wow, that's what Karen was looking like. And Ray slammed that door. Karen, Ray ain't trying to kiss you, girl. That's actually messed up. I would've been knocking on Ray's pants and his head if he didn't want to kiss me. Okay. Ooh, ooh. Y'all know what? Anytime I talk about Candiace, ooh, I got it. Ooh, ooh. Candiace, she out here getting 2-for-1 strawberries at Publix. And some grapes and stuff and some cheese out for Robyn when she should have been just giving Robyn a gift card so she could pay her taxes. Okay? Well, Robyn heads over Candiace's house. They talk about what's going on. And Candiace expresses her disappointment with everybody, you know, kind of seemed like they kind of supporting. It sounded like she was kind of like disappointed everybody kind of being around Monique, and she said that she's not feeling that Monique was not remorseful about what she did. She feels hurt, she feels betrayed. and she talks to Robyn. She says that she might consider prosecuting, she might consider filing charges on her, which doesn't surprise me because I told y'all Candiace has been playing the white woman in distress card. She is, like, Candiace gives me very much anti-black tease. Like, that's just what she gives me. And that's why she's sitting there talking to Robyn when she anti-taxes. Okay? So they move on from talking about that. And Robyn starts, they start talking about the taxes because the stories have been coming out about Robyn not, having a tax lien and owing $90,000. Let me tell you something. As somebody who's actually working on their taxes right now, I can definitely understand how easy it is to make mistakes, which is why I finally am so grateful that I found somebody who is working my stuff, because I don't have time. It's a lot. When you are self-employed and you're doing this stuff like this, you get income from doing things that you forget about. It's a lot. You need somebody to be able to go through that and make sure, like, you cannot do your own bookkeeping. It is a lot. It's one of the things that prevented me and made me nervous about filing my taxes. Luckily, thankfully, now I've run into somebody who's getting that and doing that stuff for me, and clearing up all that stuff. But it can become overwhelming, and the longer that you wait, the worse that it becomes. It reminds me when I was first rebuilding my credit, and my credit was like 505 or something. And I was just like, I don't want to ever look at my credit score. I never did look at it. And I was just like, some of the stuff that was on my credit could have been removed and raised the score had I looked at it and did some stuff. Now, the credit system is trash. It is anti-black too. The whole system is a scam. I hate it. It is made to make folks who are poor even more in the hole. But looking into it, I understand it now. I'm getting it together. So I can understand. So Robyn, I do feel you for that. But that just goes to show you, girl, you need to be worried about other stuff. Like, you need to be worried about your taxes instead of, what's going on. You all focus. Like, you was out here dragging Karen and her situation with Ray. Now you in the same situation. Like, it's funny. And this is causing her from getting a house. And Juan ain't interested. And Juan just like, that's on you. Like, you put on your witch wig and do whatever. What's that woman? She was out here looking like Elvira or something with the little black wig on. And I hated that black wig. It was giving me very much Halloween Town. It was giving me very much last minute party seated wig because I'm going to a get together. It was not the tea. But Robyn, she had it on trying to swoon Juan, and Juan was just like, girl, pay your taxes or whatever. So Candiace shaded Robyn on that, and I screamed. Moving on, we on the plantation. The folks on the plantation. I already told you I have nothing about that. Gizelle is just shady boobs. She just like, this facade, it's not making no sense. The town of Surry or whatever, very, very small. And it's just like, girl. I did notice that everybody in the family was very light-skinned. Like, all of them were light-skinned. I said very light-skinned, like, that's the thing. But everybody was light-skinned. Everybody, like the uncle, like this and that. Now the cousin, whatever his name, he was cute with when he stood up, his little booty was sitting on his back, and I was like, okay, girl, I just want to sniff. But the grand dame, girl, the grand dame needs some therapy, honey. We're gonna get to that. So Monique calls the girls while they over here hopping on the crop chomp or whatever, chomp, and she's just talking about how she's feeling and all this, and you can tell Gizelle is just standoffish. She ain't interested in it, and she just says, "Hey, girl, like, if I would have did it, somebody else would eventually did it." So it turns Gizelle completely off. Like, she's just like, "No, like, this is a mess." And I honestly feel like that I get what Monique is trying to say because she does do some stuff or whatever, but I feel like Monique, girl, the energy that you displayed when you was talking to the pastor and how you was crying and you were just being very vulnerable is the energy that the people want to see you be. They want to see you be weakest in that moment. I told y'all, I feel like Gizelle is very jealous of her. I feel like Robyn is a little bit jealous of her too. I definitely think Gizelle is jealous of her, and she is actually feeling good about seeing Monique at her worst. Like, look, I got her. Like, look at her. She out here got all the money, but she out here fighting folks, and I don't want to be around her by the fighting. And Gizelle around here fighting her decor at her house. Like, I can't. And it looked like a clown shitted on her damn living room. I hate it so much. So Gizelle is turned off by that. She ain't interested in it. And Karen just says, I want the friends, I want stuff to get together. Now, I can't remember, I think it was Gizelle who said, or no, it was Robyn that said that Karen has, I think it was Robyn that said, nobody has Karen has not held Monique accountable. Yes, she kind of has. She said that I want to stand by you, but girl, know that you messed up. Like, you fucked up. Now, I am not sure how to feel about Karen suggesting that if it was her, she would have filed charges on Monique. I don't think that's something that you tell somebody, considering that you are like a mother figure or whatever to Monique, and then you go out here and say something like that. You need to tell Monique that. Because I don't think that's something I would have said, considering I'm closer to Monique than Candiace. I don't like, girl, I don't know. And the girls end up being surprised when Candiace is actually considering pressing charges on her. So it's just like, girl, it's just a mess. Like, Candiace she was forever going to do that. Candiace is talking to her mama while they trying to adopt a dog and stuff. That Chihuahua was ugly as hell. And I'm actually thinking about getting a cat. I wouldn't actually mind probably having a cat. But them girls, when they be, you claw me one time, it's over. You'll be a rug. You'll be a rug, girl, playing with me. Claw me one more time. Claw me one time, and that's it. You'll be around here looking like this. Hey, Wonder Woman. So Candiace is talking to her mama, and her mama said, girl, it's time to seek a lawyer. Like, we don't play this. We don't do this gutter stuff. I'm like, girl, when you the same one beating your daughter with a purse, when hitting her upside the head with a purse, you out here talking about the gutter, girl. You are the gutter. You live right next to it. You literally got to fight with your daughter and hit her with a purse. Like, Mama Candiace, no ma'am, it's a no for me. It's a no for me. So Wendy's out here, she talking to her sister, and she's like, Wendy's just like, girl, I'm tired of being perfect Patty. I want to pursue another thing. Like, I want to do something else. But she's unsure how her mother's going to feel about it. Mama Wendy might not feel like, she might not like it. And we already seen like a bits of the scene where she said that I feel like I'm out here getting trophies for you. Baby, let me tell you something. I guess that's a Nigerian thing or whatever. Like, all races do it to some extent, because there's be jokes about Asian folks having to perform and stuff for it's a minority thing. Like, we have to be just as good as white folks. Black folks do the same shit. Like, we do the oh, my child's a doctor. Oh, my child is out here doing this. You a doctor? Like, all these things. Let me tell you something. I could not be Wendy's age and out here, no ma'am. I could not be Wendy's age and out here having to talk to my mom about what I'm doing. Like, girl, you don't let that shit go. Like, girl, you is grown as hell. Find what makes you happy. While you out here worried about black excellence and putting your coat, when she had that damn coat on her damn shoulder, I want to just thump it off. I was like, girl, please stop. Please stop. You coming here like you the high priestess or whatever, and coming down on her to myself. This is why they don't let black women in the boardroom. Ooh, girl, it's annoying. And she can't even she out here doing all this and she can't even have a conversation. She's scared to talk to her mama. It's always funny to me how the folks who talk the most mess can't even talk mess to the folks who they need to be talking mess to. Like, you out here going off and you right here combating Ashley bringing her son and her baby to the trip. Now you out here combating, like, girl, you doing all of this and the person you need to be doing that to, you can't even do it. So a person who lets their mama run their life can't ever tell me about it, okay? Girl, it's Barbie bit, okay? Girl, mess. But we get to Karen's shoe carnival thing, and Karen is just like sitting in this Bentley and she's just moving around, and it's just, I'm glad she was feeling some type of way. It would make her feel good, because the shit looks silly as hell. Her driving this dirty ass road and it needs to be paved. Like, it was just giving me way too much. Like, Karen, just the grand dame, like going to a Born House parade. I didn't even understand the purpose of the parade. It was a homecoming parade. I'm thinking if it's a homecoming parade and she was asked to be in the homecoming parade, I'm thinking she's gonna be sitting right next to the homecoming folks who are running, or homecoming king and queen, or something sitting on the float that says homecoming. Like, that's what I'm expecting to see. It looked like y'all got a bunch of cars and y'all just drove down the street. Like, I don't see how Karen, if this was something official and they asked, there was no official thing. Like, other than her just being allowed in there, but it was nothing. It was just very lazy. It was just very lazy. I think the only reason why they asked her is because she's on the TV show Real Housewives of Potomac, and it was a good chance for her to meet her fans and stuff. Folks who knew her and who see her on the show or whatever. But it was just, I didn't understand the homecoming stuff, but girl, it is what it is. So we get Candiace around here showing the girls the stuff, everything is going on in Surry, which didn't take long. They get to the church, and Candiace talking about the history of the church and all that. She goes in the deacon in the office and she starts crying. Like, she starts crying. Karen has been through a lot. She lost her mother, she lost her father. And Karen is now kind of trying to rely on her love for Ray to make her feel better. And that's a lot of pressure to be putting on one person. And Ray ain't feeling the same way that he used to feel 20 years ago. So Karen is just, she feel like she lost everything. She lost her husband, but he's still there. Conversation, talk about it. This episode, girl, she was alright. She was alright. I did like seeing Karen interact with Gizelle and all of that. We get to Monique. Monique out here, she cried to the pastor and the pastor's wife about what she done did and how she feels about it and how she had to fight her whole life. And I honestly can agree with the pastor, like, it wasn't Candiace, girl. You know, it was you. Like, Candiace would have never been able to pull that out of you had you had your mind and your spirit and stuff right. I still think that Candiace was wrong when she was talking on her hands. I don't care what nobody say. You do not put your hands on nobody's face when you talking. Like, even Candy talked about, like, you don't do that. Like, even Candy talked about that on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, you talking my hand, don't do that. Like, everybody says, do not put your hands on my face if me and you are arguing. It's too much. Too much. But I feel like that Candiace was able to pull that out of you even more is because, Monique, you out here dealing with some stuff that you need to be getting through, girl. You need to be channeling that and getting that stuff together. So I'm glad the pastor got her right on together and dragged her and as he should, and let Monique know about herself. I'm glad her husband, Big Daddy, whatever his name is this week, was right there supportive and loving on her and everything. I think Monique is gonna be all right. I think she's gonna eventually get through this. I'm interested to see where this is going to be at on the reunion, girl. It's going to be a lot, but I honestly can say that Real Housewives of Potomac is slowly pulling me back in because I stopped watching and I was just like seeing it from afar. But now I'm just like, okay, I'm interested in it. So tell me what y'all think about the next episode. I don't even remember what's going to happen in the next episode, but girl, y'all know. So let me know what y'all think about this episode. Let me know what you think about the next episode and what you think about. What do you feel about this? I want to know people's thoughts on this whole Monique versus Candiace situation. I want to talk about this a little bit more because y'all been very vocal. So be vocal in the comments. And I'll talk to y'all later on tonight. Bye.